Every great moment in our history began with a dream. Each bold leap forward was achieved by those willing to do anything to attain it. We are, all of us, leaving behind families, homes, the very birthplace of our species. Some for discovery, to see the unknown. Others for a new start. But today, whatever our reasons, we take the first steps toward a new future for humanity. Today, we begin to make our dream reality.
Welcome everyone to Lounge Room Warrior for our pre-E3 special. At this point, due to conflicting times, EA has already done their conference, so we can go through a couple of things that they announced on their ones, and we'll go through the rest of the listings for the rest of the week. As always, I'm joined by In The Zone, Trev.
Hey guys, how are you?
And I'm also joined today by his lovely wife, Sarah.
Hey.
So, yeah. We're currently in Ark, so giving a wave.
Yeah. Stab yourself in the chest again, that was cool. Ready? Watch this, watch this.
Okay.
Stab yourself in the chest, do it. Look at that arrow.
Yeah. So, as I said, Sarah's joining us today, so how are you going, Sarah?
Yeah, not bad. You know,
Not bad?
for a long weekend.
Yeah, I've been bored this long weekend, to be honest. Oh well. So you want to tell us about some games and movies that you like? We'll just go with games. We'll just go with games. We're doing E3, so there'll be no movies or
You're
TV
under the
shows
spotlight.
Yeah.
So, the main games that I really like are RPG games. But that being said, it's not like I don't play any other games as well. Not a huge fan of PvP, but that's just me. I really love Skyrim. It's one of my main games that I constantly go back to, even when I have already played it 500,000 times on different consoles. I'll always go back to it. Same with Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect 2, they're my favourites.
Yeah, and of course, Morrowind's been released the last couple of days. The new Elder Scrolls.
We did try to play Elder Scrolls together, didn't we? That was interesting.
That was definitely an experience. We were really hoping for a Skyrim kind of gameplay, but given the fact that it was, you know, an MMO, made it harder for them to put the Skyrim feel into the MMO. They've got the lore and all that stuff and the stories and all that. It was great having that, but yeah, I just couldn't get into the combat. And for us, it's mainly just about how much we enjoy playing a game. If we're not getting the enjoyment out of the combat, then you know, you're not really going to enjoy the game that much.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, it'd be interesting to see though what is. Can you not stab me? It'd be interesting to see what it's actually like though. I mean, after not playing it for quite a deal of time. So.
Yeah. No, that's all good. Can't believe you just missed.
Yeah, literally have an arrow.
There's an arrow in your head. When you see this clip,
really?
there'll be an arrow in your head. It's fucking right in the eyeball.
I thought it missed. There's one right in the middle of your chest.
Yeah. Anyway.
Alright, moving on. As I said, EA has already done their press conference for E3 today. I missed it. I thought it was starting tomorrow, but EA snuck one in there. But there was a few good things that come out of it. Probably from me mostly, because I love me sporting games, especially FIFA. So the first thing I'll talk about is Madden and FIFA are both getting their story mode. Madden, it'll be the first time they'll have a story mode in it.
Wait, these
FIFA,
are
of course.
because I'm not into like soccer or anything like that. These type of games. How can there be a story mode? Like seriously?
All right.
I don't understand how there can be a story mode. It is teams fighting in a ladder. Am I not wrong?
Yeah, no, it is. It's not that. It's like a sports movie basically. You start out like in FIFA 17, which they had the journey in it, and you played as Alex Hunter. I actually quite enjoyed it. I was interested to see what it was going to be like, but basically, you start out as a kid, and there's a whole backstory to him making it to the big leagues, and just what it'd be like if he was a rookie coming through, and they had players that would interact with you and stuff like that. And you had to train, and or you could skip the training after a while, but I reckon that kind of takes away from the experience after a bit. But yeah, it's basically just playing FIFA, and you are playing to a ladder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And with the journey, it ended with him getting selected to play for England in a World Cup. And FIFA 18 is going to be a continuation on his story. So basically, it's just a story of a kid that's coming up, and it's his dream to play, which is kind of like a lot of kids in reality. You know, they want to go and play their sports and all of that. So it adds to that. And of course, FIFA 17's it was the highest selling FIFA that they've ever had.
Yeah.
And that'd be the sole reason, because a lot of people wanted to play the journey because it had a story mode. NBA 2K's been doing it for a while. Well, they've been doing it the whole time. I'm pretty sure they've got a story mode where you sign endorsement deals and stuff like that. And you can pick what you say, and then it goes the same with FIFA. They're just taking a successful thing from 2K and adding it to FIFA.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
The big announcement to it is that Madden's getting their own story mode. So you can go and play American football, and you're following a story in that as well. So I think it's really interesting. I love FIFA, so I buy FIFA annually no matter what. So I'll definitely...
Soccer, right?
Yeah, FIFA's soccer.
Sorry,
Yeah.
just talking.
No, that's alright. That's alright. So, yeah. I'll definitely be getting FIFA 18, but it's kind of made me think, because I haven't bought a Madden game in a while, because usually I play them for a couple of days and then I don't pick it back up.
Yeah.
But now that it's got a story mode, I think I might pick it up. So to see what their story mode's like, because it's a different way to play in a way. So yeah, I'll see how I go with it, but it's more money that's going to be the problem. But,
yeah, that's it. Always.
Yeah.
God
yeah.
damn them
and
bringing out new games and shit.
Yeah. Also, NBA Live 18 was announced, which is no surprise really. They're adding online tournaments and street ball, so which will be exciting for the people that like the NBA games. It's the same with NBA games for me as it is with Madden. I only play it for a bit, mainly because I don't have an interest in those sports generally. So yeah. Need for Speed's getting another game called Payback that looks very, very Fast and the Furious-y.
Oh yeah.
You've got to build a crew, and rise to the top in the Need for Speed kind of environment. I think it'll be good either way. The last one wasn't too bad. With your customizations and stuff like that. The only thing I didn't like about the last one was the live cutscenes that they had. They kind of bored the shit out of me.
Oh, did they have live? Because I never actually played the new one, so.
Nah, it was the rebranding of because the last one that came out was just called Need for Speed, so it was a reboot of it.
Oh, right.
And yeah, the story to it was actual live people that were over the top, and it just. No.
Just too much. Too much.
It It wasn't for me. I don't know. In a gaming environment, I like them using CGI and use that sort of shit because it's a game at the end of the day. It's
Yeah, exactly. It's about having
not
the
real
fun.
life. Yeah, well, exactly. So there was a lot. I've seen a little bit today on the Battlefront 2 multiplayer on it. It
Yeah.
doesn't look too bad. It looks a lot improved from the first one. The only problem that I had with Battlefront 1 was it didn't have a story mode. So, and I think that's why I bought it without realising, because I got it when it first came out and didn't realise. So I think that's what let me down a lot. And
So
it's
what's
only been
Battlefront?
so Battlefront's a Star Wars game.
Oh, right, yeah, it is.
Yeah, where you,
I was
yeah,
getting confused between
yeah.
that and
Well,
Battlefield.
well,
She doesn't like first-person shooters that much.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well,
you did love Destiny and Halo, so yeah.
yeah. Well, Battlefront. No, you're right. Keep going. Yeah. With Battlefront, it's made by EA, and I'm pretty sure DICE make it as well. I'm not 100% on that. So it's Battlefield, but in Star Wars environment, which means you can play the Stormtrooper and just shoot people. Like, it's got other things in there. There's little added things, like you can play as like Luke Skywalker. This one goes overall the prequels characters, or you can play as the new one that they've just released. And with the Last Jedi coming out at the end of the year, I'd say it'll match up with that when they release it, like they did last time, which is the only reason I bought the last one, because I was all excited about Star Wars, and then there was a Star Wars game. But yeah, I like playing Battlefield, but Battlefront it didn't really do much for me. But in saying that, it's only really been the last 6 months that I've kind of built some friends to play online with as well, so it might make a difference in that sort of game. But I won't be rushing out to buy it. I'd much rather them go back and make an actual Jedi type game, like the what was the last one where you could pick the what was the last ones that they made where you could
Knights of the Old Republic.
No, more
not the online one, the actual story one.
Yeah, the actual story one, but there was another one that was you could either be a Sith or a Jedi.
Oh yeah,
and you
what
like
was
switch
that one?
sides.
I think I got the game here somewhere.
Yeah, they made 2 of them, and I actually enjoyed them ones. So.
Force Awakens, Force Unleashed,
Yeah.
Star Wars, Force Unleashed. Told you I had the game here.
Yeah. That I think the Unleashed ones are really good. So that a lot of people don't like them, but I like the story to that. Where Battlefront, it's supposed to have a story mode this time round, but I don't know. The multiplayer does look good though. So, what are your thoughts?
I just really want a story mode game. Like the only time I really get into like I've tried Battlefront and I found it clunky.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into it. So hopefully they've smoothed it out, which by all accounts in the videos that I've seen of it, they actually have. So
yeah.
But once again, the like Darth Maul and all the special characters are obviously OP as shit as always. And so like I'd get it for nostalgic sake, but that's about it. Pretty much, give it a play and have a go.
They also have, EA announced this morning that they've got a game called Anthem that's been made by BioWare, who are the brains behind Mass Effect. Hopefully they will. I don't know if there's going to be a release. This might be one of those games that you'll hear more about next E3, but hopefully they do a bit of a better job than they did on Mass Effect. Because as everyone knows, there was a lot of faults in that game and glitches, and they just make it very difficult to play, I suppose. I haven't played it, so for that reason.
You're better off waiting until they've managed to sort out all the issues with it, because
Yeah.
Like my sister, for example, she got, I don't even know, I think she probably got a third of the way through it.
Yeah.
And she had done a whole heap of work on it. Because what they've done, right, to flush it out, to make it a massive game, is they put a huge amount of quests in there, which is fine. But the problem is that you've got so many damn quests, you don't know where to start. And
Yeah.
so she was working on all these quests, and she had saved it, and it did its auto-save, and the next thing you know, it glitched out on her. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, yeah, right, I'm going to have to restart the whole game again. So she restarted it, went back in, everything was completely wiped. So her character was at 0, she had no skills to put anywhere, like, everything was gone. She had lost all her weapons, like, she was furious. And she's on she's playing it through again now, and she said to me, she goes, I just don't, she goes, I can't be bothered. Because I've already done all that work and I'm having to do it all over again. Because, you know, of the glitch that they had. So, I mean, it is, for all intents and purposes, it has been a really good game, and it's good that they've got a lot of quests in there and a lot of different things that you can do. But the downside is, yeah, they do have a lot of things they've got to fix up on it.
I'm looking forward to where they're going to head with the decisions though that you're making it. There's some very, very minute like things that you think, oh yeah, that doesn't matter. I'll be good or bad. Or I'll make that grey area choice. But you can see that down the line when they eventually get there, if they do make a second and third Andromeda, that it's gonna have some lasting consequences later on. So I really hope they do continue the story because I did enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, that's all good. But there wasn't really much shown on this Anthem game, so I don't really know much about it.
Well, let's just hope they polish it before they start doing any craziness, like they did with Mass Effect.
Yeah, I think they probably learnt from Mass Effect, to be honest.
Yeah. The last thing on that I wanted to talk about from the EA conference was they've got a game that they're bringing out, and it's a prison break game. It's called A Way Out. The interesting thing with this game is not the fact that you've got to try and break out of prison, but the fact that you can only play this game in two-player split screen. And I don't understand why they do something like that.
What?
I think it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've done it. No, but I reckon it's good, but it's also going to hinder the game a bit. Not a lot of people are going to have, like, you know, I'm lucky. I got the wife here. I'll be like, baby, jump on, you know, and she'll be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm lucky in that aspect. But you know, not everyone's in a gamer couple relationship, you know. So.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if the split screen's at home. Like, is it you can play online, but you've got to watch both screens, which it defeats the purpose. I don't understand it. I like the idea of a prison break game, like a game breaking out of prison that's got nothing to do with the TV show. But yeah, that's just a really strange one to me. And I honestly don't know how it's going to work, but all we can do is wait and see with things. It might be more enjoyable than what we think. So yeah, we'll see how we go. They're also, FIFA announced they're going to be releasing FIFA for the Switch. So yeah, anyone that's got a Switch, you can play FIFA.
Excellent.
As this year. Yeah. Alright, next conference to come up will be the Xbox or the Microsoft press conference, and it's probably the one that's the Scorpio. They're probably drawing the most attention because they are releasing a new system, which is the Scorpio, so everyone can find out what it actually is, and it's basically from what I can tell, it's just going to be competing with the PS Pro or PlayStation Pro. It'll just be all upgraded from what it is currently as the Xbox One or Xbox One S. So yeah, I think it's going to be good. for people that play Xboxes. I have a PlayStation because I'm not in a good enough job to own more than one console at the moment. So, but yeah, I'm expecting them to announce big things. I'd say it's going to be 4K compatible, and it'll just be a way for them to try and boost their sales.
Oh yeah, it'll have all the bells and whistles and shit, and like with Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo, when they bring out a new one, they do cut themselves in cost just to get it out there, because where they make their money is in games and all that stuff. So
yeah. No,
and all the
definitely.
little added extras. So yeah, I'm definitely interested because I've got Xboxes and definitely a fan of every console. So
Yeah. Well, the only thing that I'd be more interested in is the price of the system, because it's going to be an upgrade from what the last one was.
Yeah.
Because that's generally what they're trying to do. They're trying to boost their own sales, and most of it will just come down to cost. So, if they can get a good price, I think they'll get a few more sales, and I think it'll be good. And everything's going the way of 4K resolution now anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Just need the
biggest
TV
story.
to friggin' be able to see it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, new TVs are so expensive that next year there'll be a 5K TV, and then we won't have support for that. And
Yeah.
it's just going to be the ongoing battle that you have. So, unfortunately,
Goddamn technology.
Well, it is good when they upgrade stuff and all of that. Like, I know when I bought my TV, because I've got a high definition TV and all of that, the top one at the time, and then 2 weeks later they had the ultra high definition come out, literally 2 weeks after I got it. So I gave up from about that point, so I won't be upgrading my TV anytime soon. Yeah. Also expected to be announced at Microsoft. Conference tomorrow will be Crackdown 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The Sea of Thieves game, which late last year's E3 looked really good. It's the online one where you're in a pirate ship, and it actually looks kind of fun. I think I'd give it a go if I had an Xbox. So yeah, and they've also got State of Decay 2 down as well.
Now that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
State of Decay, that's the zombie one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the one where you build up your followers and all that, and you start your little towns or villages in areas, and you go out and help people and all that, and yeah, you just try and survive.
So similar to that DayZ one that we were playing.
Yeah, on the computer.
PC.
Yeah. Similar to DayZ, but a lot more in depth in regards to building outposts, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, well that'll be definitely something I'd pick up if I did have the Xbox. So hopefully Scorpio's cheap, and like I say all the time, if someone wants to send me free shit, I'll take it. So.
Yeah, won't we all?
Yeah, I'll definitely test it out for you. So yeah, that's all Microsoft's got down. But like every other press conference, there's going to be stuff that's not down, that they haven't mentioned, that's going to be announced. So it's going to be with everything. They're going to announce stuff that you don't know about, because this is when all the exciting stuff, and when we do the show for the post E3, we'll have a lot more information on stuff. So yeah. PlayStation's conference is, well, what time was that Microsoft conference, Trev?
Oh, where's me thingy? Hang on. Allow me to bring it up.
We're prepared, I swear.
We are. We're 100% prepared for this. Which one was it again? The Xbox conference. Microsoft.
Just do Sydney time. And
Sydney time is 0700 on the 12th of
in the
June.
morning.
Yeah, so Monday
that'll
morning,
be-
700 Sydney time, Microsoft will be doing their release. Or what, the
Yep.
E3 presentation.
Yeah, no worries. So if you want to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, or Monday, we're doing this on Sunday, so yeah. All right, so the follow on that will be PlayStation at E3, which is probably one of my most exciting ones. They've got a lot of things that they're going to showcase there. Most of it will be games, because they released the PlayStation Pro last year, and that was their big thing. So they don't have a new system or anything like that we know of at the moment. And what I'm expecting from E3 for PlayStation will be a lot of Days Gone. I think they'll show more. They'll have gameplay there for sure. People will be playing it down on the showroom floor. They'll probably come out with an actual announcement for when it's going to be announced, and there'll be more gameplay footage, I reckon. So
I'm really looking
trying
forward to
push this
Days
game.
Gone. I'm really looking
Days-
forward to it.
Yeah, it looks great. I hope it's not disappointing when it does get released, because it does. It looks really good, but you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
With stuff like that, I've had games that have been talked up a lot, and they weren't what they were showing out to be. It was just more a good looking thing for their press conferences and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there's the Detroit Become Human, which I'm pretty sure is the game that was with you're like a synth or a robot, and there was multiple, kind of like Heavy Rain, where you could choose a different storyline, like choose your own ending type game. But you play as a robotic cop, and you got to try and save someone. So I'd say they'll do a bit on that as well. Of course, the new God of War game will probably be very heavily as well.
Yeah, that'll be out there. Something major. God of War is a good game,
Yeah.
and they always have good stories with it. So I'm looking forward to it
Yeah,
and seeing what they
I
bring
could
out.
never get. Yeah, I couldn't get into the game of War. I don't mind the idea of the story behind it and all that, because I love that sort of stuff. But the gameplay to it, I just could not get into for some reason.
For
I'm not
God
real
of
sure.
War.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't really get into it either, to be honest. It just wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it was either. I've tried playing it a couple of times and I just could never get into it. I'd get more frustrated with it than anything, I think. So, yeah.
Kind of had a, you know, had a feel to it of I was about to say Tekken. Totally
Tekken, definitely not Tekken. Wow,
back in the
you went
day.
back a bit, didn't you?
I did. Kind of like because it's not open world from memory, is it?
Oh,
God of War.
It's more linear
No.
story mode.
Story, run around, kill the stuff, and
Yeah.
keep on keeping on, basically.
Yeah.
That might have been why I couldn't get into it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just never liked the gameplay of it. I always liked the idea of the story, but yeah. There'll probably be some more gameplay of Gran Turismo Sport. Of course, the beta's been and gone a couple of months ago. I'm excited about Gran Turismo in general. I love Gran Turismo games, so I'll be looking forward to that. And and the Project Cars when that comes out. I love me racing games. Not so much Need for Speed, but
They're trying to
Oh,
make
it's just
they're trying to make a car racing game into an action kind of thing, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
stick to the cars.
Yeah.
That's what makes the
Yeah.
game. Need for Speed has been around for years and years and years. My
Yeah.
favourite one was
I-
Hot Pursuit. Like, seriously,
yeah,
keep it to that. Go back to that stuff. That was awesome.
yeah. But I like the racing simulators, like your F1 games and Project Cars and Gran Turismo. I like them sort of ones that are actually, racing on a track and that, because I'm a big motorsport fan in general. So I can get into those sort of games and pull out the steering wheel and race around. So yeah. Now, I think the big thing is going to be, well, I think, other than Days Gone, I think the biggest thing that PlayStation will have will be their Last of Us 2
Yes.
reveal.
Yes.
They'll probably have a date, or at least a year that they might be releasing it. And they'll probably drip feed us a little bit. We might get an action sequence, but I don't think there's anybody that I know that's not going to be excited for this game at all.
Loved it.
It's
Loved it.
just,
Is the
I think-
start going to be as sad as the first one? Because I have to tell you, I was like horrified by the time I watched the starting scene of The Last of Us, and then I was terrified when I was getting chased by a clicker. Is it a clicker? They're clickers, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're clickers.
Yeah.
And I remember I was running around, jumping up on everything, going, "Oh my God, it's gonna eat me!" And Trev's next to me having a good old laugh while I'm running for my life in the game, of course.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the second one.
I'm really looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Like, it sucked me in. I played that constantly for like, I reckon, a month and a half I was playing it.
Yeah.
Non-stop. I loved the game and it was great. And the story of it is just amazing. So I'm really looking forward to what they do with number 2.
Yeah. No, I absolutely loved it. That was back when you still had Blockbuster, so I ended up hiring that game, and I've never got around to actually buying it because I actually finished it in the couple of days that I had it. So, because I wanted to give it a go, wasn't really too sure about it, but it still is one of my favourite games, and yeah, The Last of Us 2 it'll definitely go on a pre-order, that's for sure. So, yeah. They've got Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man game as well. It seems like this one's been in production for a very long time. I think I've known about it for about 2 years.
Yeah, I think
So,
because of the changing with the comics and the movies, I think they're looking to change it a bit as well to follow the storyline of them a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. Okay, so the Sony presentation will be at 11 o'clock Sydney time. So get into that and watch that.
Yeah, no, it should be good. I'll probably watch the PlayStation one because I've got a feeling they're going to have something big to announce, or we'll at least see.
I reckon they've got a few cards up their sleeves.
I think because Rockstar doesn't actually do a conference anymore, I'm actually thinking that Rockstar's gonna release actual gameplay footage of Red Dead Redemption 2
I reckon they
on
will
the
too.
PlayStation.
Those teasing little bastards.
Yeah, because they've got some sort of deal with PlayStation, even though it comes out on both Xbox and PlayStation. They do have a deal with PlayStation to for things like that. So yeah, I expect that, and I expect they're going to announce something big that probably won't necessarily come out in the next 12 months. It'll be the next big thing at the next E3, just like Days Gone was last year. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm expecting that anyway. Nintendo have their press conference as well.
They do. Their press conference is at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
2 in the Arvo, 1400 for you military people.
Yep. Well, they're going to do a lot more on the Super Mario Odyssey, which is the one that looks like an open world Grand Theft Auto type game, but with Mario running around. It looks pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, well, I enjoy Mario games, and I do intend on getting a Switch. If not for me, for my wife, because she's a very, very big Zelda fan. So, yeah, but I intend on getting a Switch, so I'll probably pay attention. But they've got the Mario Odyssey and Splatoon 2 and ARMS, which I'm not too sure about much on that. But I'm expecting Nintendo will probably announce more stuff for the Switch, seeing as though it's only a new system. Probably, see what they say anyway. But yeah, there's not very much that I've got at the moment of what they're going to do. So, is there anything you guys expect from Nintendo?
Ooh, I reckon Nintendo will be doing more Mario, more Mario games. Metroid. I believe they're doing something with Metroid. I have heard and seen rumours, but whether those rumours come to light or not is another thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the only other rumor that I've heard is about a Pokemon battle type game that they're going to have on the Switch. And I'll be actually interested to see whether or not their next like Game Boy type, what is it now, 3DS, their next 3DS type Pokemon game, whether or not they'll switch that to actually onto the Switch, seeing as though you can use it to as a handheld as well as on the TV. So I'll be interested to see whether or not they do that. So I think that'd be something really cool, to be honest. So I still enjoy Pokemon games from time to time. So yeah, I don't mind them. I haven't had a Wii in a while, so I haven't played Splatoon. Really?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You haven't had a Wii in a while, eh?
The same thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a true kid at heart. I can't help myself.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
You should see a doctor about that.
I haven't had a Nintendo system in a while.
Okay.
So I haven't played Splatoon, and I don't know what ARMS is. So yeah, there's not really much I can say. So.
No, I think we did have a Nintendo 64, didn't we?
Yeah,
But,
64.
oh no, we do. We've got it somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the house. It's in the house somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, packed with the Sega Mega Drive.
And the original Sony.
Yeah. But yeah, Mario sounds like it'd be pretty cool if they, I mean, because I haven't played it for, I don't know, years? So it'd be interesting to see what they've done with it as well.
Yeah, well, it's basically a big open world. There's cars and shit driving around. It looks like you're in New York City, and you just run around as Mario. So yeah, it looks a bit different, and I'm actually pretty excited to see what happens with it. So it looks cool. So yeah. And what did you say? That was at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
So, yep. Oh, you're gonna make me look at it
Monday.
again? I'm not prepared for these questions, Jono.
I'm just making sure. I'm interested to watch it.
Alrighty. So Nintendo's on Wednesday. Oh, by the way, Sony's one at 11 o'clock was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yeah. But Nintendo's is on Wednesday, Sydney time at 0200. So it's actually 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It says here, which is ridiculous. So
Yeah,
if
on
anyone wants to be
Wednesday.
up at that time to watch it,
Yeah,
let us know how
work.
it goes.
Or just watch the replay.
Yeah.
I'll put the replay on the page. So
Yeah.
just like I did with the A1, I'll post what I can onto the page when it comes up. So yeah, it's all good. All right, Sarah, I need you to do me a favour.
Yeah.
Can you pronounce the developers of Fallout and Elder Scrolls? Because I cannot say their name to save me life.
Bethesda.
Bethesda?
Yeah.
There we go.
Bethesda.
Bethesda. Yeah. Well, I can tell you what I hope that I hear from Bethesda's press conference, but it won't happen, is a new Fallout. But they will be having... Yeah, they are doing a new Fallout, but it's not new. It's Fallout 4, but they're going to make it into VR, as well as Doom. They're making that into VR.
Oh my god.
And I've said this before. I'm big on them having the VR, but I'm not going to go and pay $500 for a VR headset and then another $120 just for the game that I've already got, just so I can experience it in first person. It just does nothing for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd much prefer and make a new game, and then I'll go and get it. Because a lot of the VR games at the moment aren't very long. I think the one they released recently, I think that one might be a game with a story that might go for a while, longer than 20 minutes, or an experience. So yeah, but they're two things. They're gonna be showing off their Doom VR and Fallout 4 VR. It could be fun. It could be cool. I just hope we're not going down a track of you've got to buy the same game separately. One's VR and the other one's going to be a normal game, because I don't think that'll work. I think if you have the VR function on the game where you can switch between the two, it'll be a lot better. That's all I can say about that. And they've also got Quake Championships coming out as well, which I think's interesting. I wouldn't mind to see some on that, because I remember playing countless hours at school and computer studies playing Quake Championships and
good old
everything
Quake.
else we did. Yeah, and I still don't remember what we did in that class other than that. So.
Yeah. Well, you got the important things learnt in that class, like, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was my introduction to multiplayer gaming, because we were all playing it, and we'd have about 30 people playing in the one server, so that was good old fun. Yeah. But I think they'll announce something else, of course. Morrowind, the new online Elder Scrolls game, only coming out 2 days ago. So I don't think they'll be doing another Elder Scroll games, even though I'd like to see a Skyrim 2 or something. Would be pretty cool. Yeah, but I don't see them doing too much unless they do announce something big, like a new Fallout or something like that. So yeah, and plus they've just released Prey as well, so they've been pretty busy the last couple of months. So we might not see very much from them. But then again, they might do another Wolfenstein sequel to the last one. So
Interesting.
yeah. Anything else you guys think?
Me personally, I'm just looking forward to new games, and I just really hope that the developers learn from what's been going on the last couple of years. That, you know, if your game's glitchy, just hold it back. Don't fall to the don't rush it. Don't fall into that friggin' fanboy. Don't listen to them. Jesus, just polish your games and do it properly.
I think Bethesda. I think they're pretty good usually with their
Bethesda
games,
are pretty good, but sometimes, and you can see it with when they first brought out Elder Scroll Online, like they rushed it.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
They rushed it, and they rushed it because it was there was a lot of things going on. Guild Wars 2 was coming out at that time, or was out at that time, and that was pretty big.
Yeah.
And then they jumped onto it, and World of Warcraft, well, that's always been big, but yeah,
Yeah.
finish your games and get it sorted, and I really hope they start doing it and get rid of these friggin' crazy purchases in games, like some stupid dabbing shit in COD and all that stuff. Don't go down that line. Drives me nuts.
No, just stay good. Yeah. 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 No, I think that's all I got on them at the moment anyway. I'll be happy if they do announce something new to look at anyway, so yeah.
That's it.
See what happens. Yeah.
I agree with you about Skyrim too. I'd like to see another Skyrim coming out.
Yeah.
Because it'd be really, I don't know. That's just me, you know.
Yeah.
I have loved Skyrim for so many years, but it'd be really cool if they did bring out another one similar to it, kind of different storyline, but like a carry on from the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Skyrim.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be good. What was it? It was Elder Scroll 5, wasn't it? Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even an Elder Scroll 6 might be, it might just about be due, to be honest. Because it has been a while since Skyrim come out. It's been a while since they re-released Skyrim onto the PlayStation 4 as well. So it probably is about due, and it probably wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. I know they've got their online stuff going at the moment, but the story mode when you're in the Skyrim environment is a lot better to play than the online stuff as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, that's all good. Did we do their dates?
For
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Bethesda. No, we didn't do their dates. Allow me to enlighten you. once I open it up again.
Well, it's on tomorrow. I know that.
It is. It's tomorrow at 1400, 2 o'clock Sydney time.
They're definitely at 2 o'clock Sydney time in the
Definitely
afternoon.
in the afternoon.
All right.
So
People are going to be sitting at that time.
I
and
will be
wondering
watching
why,
that one.
Why Nintendo hasn't come up? I'll be watching that one as well. I always stick up whenever they open their mouth.
Yeah,
Bethesda, so
they're good.
I just love. I enjoy their games. To be honest, they've got the best stories. They write the best stories in video game world, I reckon. So yeah, just everyone just smash me with arrows. It's all good.
Yeah, Sarah's shooting me in the dick with arrows. Women.
Yeah. Yeah. The next one that I've got down here is Ubisoft. Now, normally I'd be very, very excited about Ubisoft,
Yeah.
and seeing some gameplay from Far Cry 5, and you know I've been really excited the last couple of weeks about Far Cry 5, if no one's noticed, but I'm sick of seeing stuff from Far Cry 5. It's been too much.
That's it. I think they should ease up on the advertisement of it now. They've done their teasing and all that stuff, and it's good, but I don't want them to release too much. You know, I'm always happy with them going, hey, here's a new Far Cry game coming out on this date, and they do a nice little picture of the graphics, and that's it. They don't tell you anything about it. But now I've seen several different characters in the game, which I would have happily have waited for to find out. So yeah, don't release too much either.
Well, that's what I mean. I didn't mind the drip feeding up to the lead up of the reveal, but it's kept going after that. It's like, if you've got all this, just do it on that day, and kept me excited. But I'm sick of every time I open my Facebook now, I've got something new on Far Cry 5. Like, I am excited about the game. I'm not going to buy it, but you know, it's starting to annoy me. So hopefully I don't hear about it until February when it gets released now.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, yeah. And of course, we're going to find out more about this mysterious Assassin's Creed game.
Yes.
It's got written down here, it's got Origins. I can't confirm that, but the new Assassin's Creed game is supposed to be set in Egypt. So, and I think that's an environment that hasn't really been tackled in a game that I can think of. So, except for maybe Prince of Persia or something like that. But I can't remember an Egyptian game anyway.
Yeah, it'd be
off
good.
The top of my head. Yeah. Hey.
Prince of Persia.
Yeah. Oh God, don't get her started. Look what you've done.
Oh my God.
Look what you've done. This is your fault, Jono. Your fault.
Back in my day, right? Let me school all the kids that are listening or watching, right? Back in my day, I first came across Prince of Persia when it was on the MS-DOS computer. That's right, MS-DOS motherfucking computer. There was none of this 3D shit, nothing super special. It was like flat screen. Sorry, not flat screen. Rounded screen with a massive
old
fucking monitor.
Tube computer screen.
Oh, that was one of my first loves aside from the Atari. Oh, Prince of Persia.
Look at her running around you. She's that excited about Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I can see that. It's doing laps.
Oh, look, there are a lot of games I'm excited about. Prince of Persia is possibly one of them because it is just amazing.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Oh my
Movie didn't even touch on the game.
I didn't play the game. I didn't know about it until they were like, oh, alright.
Well, look, no, the movie had similar attributes to the game, but it didn't follow it like religiously or anything.
This is getting ridiculous now. He's attacking me with my own rhino.
This is your rhino. This is true. What is it? Barbara. Barbara.
Moving on with our E3 stuff.
Sorry. Yep. Back to the show, folks.
Yeah, back to the show. I'm getting rammed by a rhino. We won't go there. So Trev, what's your thoughts on the Fractured Butthole, the new South Park game that they've been releasing for the last 3 years?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of South Park, and like most weirdo people out there. I'm a huge fan of South
Yeah.
Park, so love the love the movie, love the TV series. So, and I love the original game. What was that on?
Which
Oh,
one?
Nintendo.
Yeah,
Nah, there was one.
no, it,
One was on Xbox One.
I think it was that one. It was. I didn't actually get to play it for that long, but because I was around at a mate's place and he was playing it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, but I never ended up buying it because I was broke at the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to a new South Park game because hey, it's South Park, and
Yeah.
you can never get enough fart and
Yeah.
dick jokes in.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely you know, it's been coming out for a while. I think it was supposed to be released about November last year,
Yeah.
or maybe the year before. So, yeah, it's a follow up from the Stick of Truth. I haven't played one in a while, so no, I'd probably give this a go though. Everything I have seen on this looks pretty funny, and it just looks like fun. So, and I
Yeah,
love
that's
games
it.
that are just there for fun and video games. And as well, they're gonna do a thing on their Rayman Legends for Switch, and also Steep will be coming to Switch as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. So, when was that
Jesus.
Ubisoft? When was that Ubisoft conference on, Trevor?
Ubisoft
In
is
Australian time?
you gotta like stop putting me on the spot here.
Ubisoft. Right?
Ubisoft. Okay, Ubisoft is on Tuesday, the 13th of June at 0600, so that's 6 o'clock in the morning, Sydney time.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, might be able to do that. I've got an IDO, so
Nice.
it should be all good.
No work. Always a good day when that happens.
No, not really. Go away, cat. That brings me to probably the last major one that I can read out anyway. I've got another couple of games and that we'll talk about, but the last one's Activision, of course, which are associated with Destiny 2.
Yes.
The Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy that comes out in a couple of weeks, and of course Call of Duty World War II, which we've probably talked too much about on this show.
See, she's distracting as shit. She keeps jumping up in front of me. She's trying to stuff you up, man. She's trying to stuff up your show.
I'm not.
Shoot her in the butt.
Just doing it for shits and gigs, alright?
You've turned her into a unicorn.
Alright. So yeah, with Activision, I'm expecting more stuff for Destiny 2, more stuff, a lot more stuff. It'll probably be mainly Call of Duty, I reckon. Although I reckon Call of Duty and Destiny might go hand in hand, to be honest. So, so what do you guys reckon? What are you excited about for the Activision press conference? I know we've covered a lot on World War II, Call of Duty lately, so we won't need to talk too much on that.
No,
I'm just
let's
hoping
not
to
talk
see
about
some
Call of
action.
Duty.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of talking
Yeah.
about them. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
World War II, and I'm interested to see what kind of story they roll with in it. So, but that's you know, and of course zombies because zombies. But that's it.
Yeah.
Zombies.
But I'm expecting to see a lot more gameplay from both that and Destiny, and I'd say they will announce something new that we don't know about. So yeah. So when can we see Activision, Trev?
Again, see, he does this to me every time.
Oh, gave you a responsibility.
Yeah, one job.
Oh, don't you start, woman.
Uh,
All right, who are we looking at
you know?
again?
Activision.
Activision. I'm not on the list that you sent me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're not on the list. Well, Activision will be at E3, and they'll be in LA sometime between now and Wednesday. So, and of course, E3 does finish on Wednesday. So So we've got until then to find out new things, and next week we'll probably bring a wrap up. We're going to discuss amongst ourselves whether or not we split that up into 2 shows. We'll just see what we can come up with what does get announced. But yeah, I'm expecting it to be a lot like today, and I'll post up any conferences or any news or anything that does come out of E3 the moment that I get it, and I'll try to keep an eye on certain press conferences throughout, and yeah, we can talk about that next week. So the question for you guys for this week, let's go with what do you hope to see at E3, and what do you wish to see at E3?
Oof.
Like, so the wish will probably be something that won't happen, that you don't think will happen, and the hope is something that you know is in fruition, but you want to know about, basically. Yeah, we'll start with you, Trev.
Alrighty. What I would like to see, or wish to see, is a completed game come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without day 1 patches. But no, what I'm really excited for is Destiny 2. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and Call of Duty Zombies, not Call of Duty,
Yeah.
but Zombies. So yeah, they're what I'm really looking forward to, and anything that Bethesda does, I love. So
Yeah.
it's E3, man. It's my personal Christmas. I love that shit. So I love the games. So bring them out.
And of course, we haven't covered off on everything that's going to be at E3. I've gone through and highlighted a few things that we could talk about anyway. Because of course you got Konami with Metal Gear, and they got a new Metal Gear Survive. I think it's their next one that they're working on. So, and you've just got things like that that'll come out. So, yeah. Sarah, what are you hoping and wishing to see at E3?
Well, look, what I wish for them to do is bring out Mass Effect with Garrus, right? Because, or what's his name? Thane. Because the romance options you get at the moment, they're not that great. You get some dude called Jal with funny boobs. Anyway, I digress. So that's what I wish would happen. What I would like to see is a second Skyrim. Probably won't happen, but I would like to see a second Skyrim, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool, to be honest. I think it'd be a pretty big hit too. I think their sales would go through the roof if they announced something like that.
Yeah, it would.
And I'm pretty sure that'd be the biggest thing to come out of E3, to be honest, as well. If that did happen, if they were hiding that from us. So yeah. Well, what I hope to see at E3, I just want to see some more information and more gameplay on Red Dead Redemption 2. I think that's what I'd be more excited about if that was to happen. And as I just want to see some gameplay from it and actually know what the storyline's going to be, because there's heaps of different versions of it coming up and stuff like that. So yeah. And the thing that I wish to happen at E3, I'm actually not real sure at the moment. I didn't think it through too much, but I just hope that there's something new and really exciting that's gonna draw me in. Maybe a survival type game, or something exciting. Yeah. All right, so thanks everyone for listening. Thanks to Sarah and Trev for joining me today. To bring you guys the show. Don't forget if you haven't already liked the page on Facebook, go and like Lounge Room Warrior on there, and yeah, it's been pretty active lately with all our posts and that. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining us, and I'll see you after E3, and we'll do our post E3 wrap up. So thanks, see you.